Hello and welcome to Maria's Mentoring Minute. My name is Maria Stanfield and I am your career readiness coach. I am the founder and CEO of MSC Career Services, and I also run the nonprofit My Sister's Closet of Maryland. I'm here today to talk with you about career readiness and preparing you for an interview. In particular, I want to first say there are several different types of interviews, interview questions, but I want to take us through the series of how we get to the interview on various stages. And so I'd like to start today by telling you about my tips for a phone screening. Many times for positions, we get hundreds and thousands of resumes. And how do you figure out who to choose? Many of them look almost similarly and so much alike that it's hard to figure out. Well, many HR professionals like myself, we use the phone screening to whittle down maybe the top 4 to 5 candidates that we are interested in. And then from there, we whittle down even further. But let's go with the phone screening interview, an opportunity for the HR professional and the candidate to first connect in real time. And so the phone call happens, you get the call. Let's say that you're not there and they get your voicemail. I've heard some really strange messages, little songs that go on for like 5 minutes before I even get to hear a beep. Um, all kind of strange messages in communication. So first, if you're interviewing and expecting a call, you want to make sure your message is one that articulates and projects the professionalism in case that dream job call comes through. Secondly, we want to make sure that when you get the call that you're ready and prepared. You first want to make sure you're in a place that you can take the call, that it's quiet, undisturbed, and that people aren't overhearing you. I mean, can you imagine your boss walking up to you while you're on a phone screening? So ask the caller if you could either call them back or place them on a brief hold while you go to a quiet place where you can talk that's much more private. So remember that. One, make sure your message is straight on your voicemail message. Inviting a caller to leave a message is good and professional, or at least inviting and not risque. And secondly, make sure you move, when you get the call, you move to a private place to talk. Then remember, it's a phone call. The only thing you have besides the resume that you've submitted is your voice. And so you want to make sure that you're prepared for that call by just practicing a little bit. How do you sound on the phone? Make sure that you have a good line, clear line, and there's no breaking up, that you have a good phone. But also make sure that your voice is clear, that you are projecting well, that and in talking with the other individual, that you are slow, methodical, and thoughtful in your answers. If there's a pause, you say, "Oh, I'd like to think about that question for a moment." Because clearly you're not in the same room with the other individual. So if you're thinking, if you're looking up, we can use our body language to indicate that we're thinking about something. But on the phone, you can't do that. So you have to tell the caller, "Oh, that's a great question. Can I just have a few seconds to think about that?" And then answer. Make sure you never use slang. Oh, pet peeve of mine. That you are speaking clearly. No yeah, uh-huh. It's yes, to affirm what you've just heard. Be very self aware of that. It's very easy for us after a while just to get very comfortable and use yeah, and not really use the kind of language that we know that is appropriate and professional. So I want to make sure that you have all the information you need for a successful interview. So that's the first step. If you happen to have a phone screening interview, prepare yourself accordingly. Get that phone message straight, inviting callers to leave a message. Be sure that when you get the call, you move to a private place, that you have a clear phone line, that you are projecting well with your voice. Pause, listen, let the caller know, "Oh, that's a great question. Let me think about that." Thank the caller on the other line when you're done, and be sure to pause and listen in for any further instructions. Have a notepad with you, take notes, right? And that it's not unusual to even ask the question because, you're interviewing for the job as much as they're interviewing you, you're interviewing them too. So it's okay to have a couple of questions as well. So I hope that's helpful for you today in preparing for a phone screening interview. And again, you can find me at msccareerservices.com, or you can email me at maria.mysisterscloset@gmail.com. I hope this has been helpful for you. Stay tuned for more tips. I look forward to giving them to you. God bless.